You're on pen.
Okay, here we are editing a chunk of text for proper grammatical use and stuff. Go ahead.
Alright, so right here, this question mark, it doesn't make sense because it's not really finishing a sentence. It's not really a sentence. It doesn't make much sense. Like, what can you say about that?
Can you read it to us as it's written? Just the first chunk.
One thing I.
Okay.
It doesn't have a verb.
Very good.
And it has a noun, but it needs a verb to be a sentence. So,
okay. So
question mark out. And then the problem is it goes one thing I like about. The problem right here is the like should not be capitalized at all. So, what's the sign for that? Cross it out.
And then go ahead and put a lowercase down.
So,
and then if you.
Okay. So one thing I like about, I'm pretty sure there should not be a comma there at all. It should keep going. So one thing I like about dear Mrs. Kinnian, so what do I do for the parentheses? Do I just
Okay, is that all you have?
Yeah, it's all.
So go ahead and pass it off to someone else really quick.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Shelby, thank you.
So it sounds sort of more like the kid is writing a letter, more or less. So I would have cut out this entire thing and whatever that is, right?
No, it actually starts out one thing, I.
Oh.
So no, he is not writing a letter to her.
Oh, okay. No, okay, so
he's referring. That's a term of endearment.
Oh, okay. So then this shouldn't be there. So.
Anything before that?
This needs to have a period. And this, there shouldn't.
Okay, now when you're recording, it doesn't record your hand. So
okay.
If you could be more.
There shouldn't be a space between the apostrophe and that and the S.
Okay, so you could move it over for us, and then let's see, Chance. Okay, great. We're recording. We want to not make it too long because I would want to sit through like a 5-minute thing that has to be.
Okay. We apparently missed this, so we'll cross out this capital D because it is in the middle of a sentence, and it's not really a title. The Miss is the title, and then the Kinnian is her name. So we just cross out the D and make it a lowercase d. And then that's the way it goes in a business letter. And then the period, because it starts to run on as you let it go, and you need to capitalize the if.
Okay, do me a favor and go ahead and read it as it's written right now, out loud, and speak to the computer sitting there.
One thing I like about Dear Miss Kinnian is that's the way it goes in a business letter if I ever go into business. That is she always you would have to cross out the comma because it's an unneeded pause. She always gives me, there is no need for this, so we just cross that out. It always gives me a reason, and you would not need these quote marks, so you can cross that out. A reason when you could cross this pause out again because it's still in the middle of a sentence. Is she always gives me a reason when I ask.
And then keep reading the whole piece.
When I ask, she's a genius. You should cross out this right here and get rid of the space and make it one word. the exclamation mark is okay just because you're saying how good she is. I wish I could. You should circle this because it doesn't have an L, and you could cross out the apostrophe.
Could you spell it correctly, please?
And then this B is okay, but you should cross out the apostrophe, the quote marks, the
Yes.
quotations after the smart, and you should probably cross this comma out because that is also an unneeded pause. And you could cross out the semicolon and turn that into a period since it's the end of the sentence. And then
Read that last thing in parentheses.
punctuation is fun.
Do we need the quotation mark there?
You don't have one to start with, so if you wanted to cross out the parentheses and then put quotation marks here, and then cross out the comma, and then cross out the semicolon.
Okay, and that would be if you were quoting someone, right?
Yes.